From the ashes of the end rises the Doomsday Queen.
Hi guys, welcome in, welcome in. I am adjusting the lighting. What is up with the lighting today? Wow, there is a lot of you guys in here. Hello. All right, as you guys know, as of like 2:30 in the morning, the Asian markets were crashing. And then magically within 2 hours, Trump put out a Truth Social post. So we're going to get talking about the Truth Social post that he put out. And do we believe it is for stabilizing the markets, or do we actually think that there's talks of peace? Because there's rhetoric on both sides that there's zero talk of peace over on the other side. So we're going to go over everything that is going on, what has been extended for 5 days instead of chopping somebody's grid down. Yeah, things are about to get real interesting. I think any threats to disable a grid is opening up our world. Oh, you can see one of my lights. Hold on. Let's see. Is that a little bit? Oop, oop, oop. Maybe. There we go. There she is. You didn't get a notification? Oh, I'm sorry. You think liar, liar, pants on fire? Maybe. Possibility. I don't know. It's questionable. I'll say that. Hold on. I'm going to read you guys the Truth Social post real quick. So this was dropped about 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Asian markets were Seoul. Everybody, there was a lot of panic going on. Who is he making peace with? Iran says he's not talking to anybody. More like that is the other one that came out. Is Iran made public statements after this one? My screen is blacked out. Leave the live and come back in. Is my screen blacked out for anybody else? There we go. We're going to move that there. Oh my gosh. That one right there, the Dow jumped up 800 points after his statement. Okay. I'm not muted. Leave the live, come back in. Leave the live, come back in. You're having issues on your side. All right. So I was watching the markets until about 2:30 in the morning, Mountain Standard Time. Okay. Asian markets were freaking out. Everything was freaking out. And I made a statement yesterday and I said, are they going to try to do some PR movement so that there is not a panic on the global markets? Just saying. That was like a hypothetical, Magically, all of a sudden, Donald Trump launches on Truth Social. I am pleased to report that the United States of America, once again, in all caps, like what are we in grade school? I got some issues with that. It makes me feel like somebody is shouting at me in all caps. Had over the last 2 days. Well, you gave him a threat 30 hours prior to this. So interesting. Complete and total resolution, or in regarding to complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East, based on the tenor and the tone of the depth and the detail of constructive conversation in which continued through the week. I have instructed the Department of War to postpone any and all military strikes against Iran's power plants, energy infrastructures for the next 5 days, period. For the next 5-day period. Subject to success of the ongoing meeting and discussion, thank you for your attentions to the matter, President Donald J. Trump. And magically like that, all the markets are looking great again, right? Everything is great. But do we remember what is marked in 5 days? Who in here believes what's marked in 5 days? 5 days means the strait has been closed for 4 weeks. Global economists are saying if the strait is closed for 4 weeks, we are talking. Oh yeah, there was definitely grandma. He like re-edited it like what, 25 minutes after it was posted, Tim? I think you're right on there. But in 4 weeks of the strait being closed, they presume that there will be a global impact for 1 year. Guess what happens in 5 days? The strait has been closed for 4 weeks. Now, mind you, at the same time that this was going on, we were following coverage. There was still drone strikes. Israel was still striking Tehran. They're also striking in Lebanon. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. 5 days and troops are there. Probably, possibility. I think that they did that so people wouldn't panic and pull their money. Who in here thinks the same? Because I think it's questionable. Because then Iran left or sent statements saying that there is zero talks of peace. Zero talks of peace. I mean, let's talk about this. When we are thinking about how the global market affects the rest of the globe, right? Yeah, there's ads that play in there. Party of 4. That's how I get paid. Watch the ads. Money isn't real. Humans are all crazy. Possibility, Ronan. Possibility. There shouldn't be a second one. It should be on moderate. Let me double check. Let's see. I'm double checking real quick for all of you guys. It says balanced. They're talking. Do we believe Iran and Trump are talking? I think they're playing with the market. I think that they're playing with the market because that is something I've said for a long time. We have been in a recession, but they're playing with the market so people don't panic. So people don't panic and pull and stop purchasing, stop investing, not talking. People are like, no. Yep. Iran is denying any talks. I think that they're both full of it. Yep. I think we are right there, American prepper. I believe it. I believe we are heading straight into a global food shortage. Something is off. Something, yeah, I agree full-heartedly. Something is off. And what they want is you not to panic. They want everyone not to panic. Market, yes. Old grouchy guy. I agree. If the market is fluctuating and we're going up and down and like people are starting to panic, people will start doing bank runs. Kentucky Nurse, thank you so much for the sticker. I appreciate it. More like full collapse. I think that this will cause a collapse. I think that they are playing with the market so people feel confident in what they're investing. And if they don't feel confident in what they're investing, people will pull. People will stop buying. People will actually know what we're in. Who in here believes we've been in a recession, but the markets haven't reflected it? How are you guys feeling about your bills, your grocery prices? I grow most of my own food, so I'm not in the same realm as everybody else. But how are you guys feeling about that? I think for sure we've been in a recession for about 6 years. I think it's one of those showboats. Like, everybody look over here. See, there's peace talks. There's peace talks. Well, everything over here is not doing really well. I think that this could collapse into a depression. A slow collapse. Ooh. All right, pizza boy. I can get with that. Yep. Iran's already made statements saying we're not talking to Trump. And they are not letting ships through unless they approve it. So all those ships are still stuck. You can still watch it. You can watch it on the maritimetravel.gov. Oh, thanks, Joshua. Well, welcome to the team. I'm glad you're here. Now you just joined a cult. So it's welcome in. Welcome in. He's like, oh, I just became a cult member. Oh, goodness. I think that they were trying to stabilize it because last night when I was listening to when the Asian markets were opening about 2:30 in the morning, it was sheer panic. It was sheer panic. I was listening to the live broadcasting on it. People were freaking out on the global scale. And then magically, this truth social came in, and everybody was like, ah, peace. There's peace, guys. There's peace. But at the same time, BB is bombing other areas. That doesn't sound very peaceful. And at the same time, there was still incoming missiles and drones from Iran. Remember, in Iran, they've obliterated all of their missiles. Mm-hmm. Oh, that one. That one's pretty spot on. How you guys feel about that one? It's all by design. I mean, every pandemic has been followed by a war. They're not claiming it's a war yet. And there's supposable peace talks. Well, if there's peace talks, then why are the cargo ships not moving? Why are they not moving out? I've been tracking the same ships for 3.5 weeks. But I thought they were allowed to move out, right? There's peace talks. People are literally calling this like a ceasefire. And I'm like, there is nowhere on there saying ceasefire. Nowhere on there. And people are criticizing it. They are criticizing this because I've got questions. I mean, from the moment he launched that, I think he launched that at like 5:37 in the morning. By 6 a.m., the Dow had jumped up 800 points. What? People really believed it? Sea mines do not listen to people. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what they just stated, that they were going to put sea mines out there. Do we think that it's one of Trump's handlers that's like, whoa, you just threatened a grid down scenario? PR, we got to fix this. Public relations. Awesome, E. James. Welcome in. Everybody in here is pretty amazing. I think it's straight across the board. Jay, I think you are 100% right. I think it's market manipulation. I think it is market manipulation by far. You're just listening and he's like, I'm agreeing. Like, that is insane to think that just one little Truth Social post. He was drunk the night he posted the threat. Maybe a little PR. Maybe not. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I feel that a majority are like staying ignorant because a simple X post works wonders to assure people. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, nothing's wrong, right? Everything's great. Everything is so great. But let's go look at everything. Let's look at what's been happening. All right, 4 minutes ago, Israeli fighter jets strike southern suburbs in Lebanon. That doesn't sound like peace. Israel says it captured Hezbollah's fighters in southern Lebanon. They were bombing a bridge all day yesterday. Too soon to say if the world markets is recovering from the war. People are now making speculations over one post. All of a sudden, I don't believe anything that's being said. Trump and Putin both attacked during negotiations. Maybe. Egypt, Turkey, and Pakistan active in negotiations. That's what's been going on in the last 30 minutes. Netanyahu says that Trump sees a chance in a deal with Iran. In parallel, we continue to attack both Iran and Lebanon. Now, Bibi adds, we are dismantling the missile program and nuclear program, continue to hit Hezbollah hard. Interesting. At the same time, 30 minutes ago, Hezbollah claims series of attacks on Israeli forces. I mean, this doesn't really seem like it's peaceful. The market rally tomorrow on Wednesday and Friday market will sell off and you'll never seen it. Market manipulation. I agree. Thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate that. That was so kind. Holy cow. Mrs. Stoked for life. Thank you so much for the sticker and the gift. That was beyond kind. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you both. That was amazing. Peace talks. This is I think we see this market manipulation, and by Friday, when we hit day 5, I mean, what is it? Today is Monday. In 5 days will be Saturday. We won't be able to see what the market's doing until Monday. I mean, threatening to hit somebody's grid, I feel like that's like a humanitarian issue, a war crime issue. Hitting the grid is pretty extreme. And then that subjectively opens us up for another country to come in and say, we're going to hit your grid. I love being a fly on the wall in the Situation Room, seeing if Trump is drunk and sends a tweet at 2 a.m. Woo! Yes. I think they're going to try to take Cuba. I think while this so-called peace talk is happening, do you think that they'll take Cuba? I mean, these are all possibilities. Oh yeah, it's on point so that the markets look good until I do canning videos. They're all in my shorts. And it's just been popping off with breaking news. So there should be new canning ones. I also can more in the summer because I grow my own food and can it. And we're in the fall or the spring right now. Yeah, Cuba is completely falling apart. Suspends flight. There's suspended flights in Dubai until the end of May. Ooh. In some of the areas. 58 minutes ago, U.S. government lacks expertise or experience required to deal with the Middle East. Ooh, I didn't see that article. I'm reading it right now. There's so much speculation. A lot of people think it's a bluff. You just got pepper plants? Let's go. Ooh. Objective. Ooh. I think it's straight across the board market manipulation. I'm going to try to pin this one. There we go. Our threat to the grid was probably an attempt to bring the Iranians to the table for negotiation, which I find is, I can see that point of view 100%. But at the same time, the Iranians threatened to hit all of the water systems for pretty much the entire Middle East. And if you guys don't realize that most, like 80% of the Middle East gets their water from salt water, and threatening to hit their infrastructures also, I don't know if that was something enough to bring to the table. And maybe it is at the table, but then why are they announcing to the press that they are not having any negotiation? All right, everybody in the chat right now, there is 322 of you guys. Do you think Iran and Trump are actually talking? Yes or no? Do you think that they are talking, or do you think that they're not? What do you guys think? I'm going to go back to 5 a.m. or 2 a.m. when the markets were freaking out. Six hours ago, they were saying Trump wants to make a deal. 6 hours ago, Israel was doing strikes. Thanks, No Filtered. Welcome to the team. Ooh, we only have, okay, 300 are watching and we only have 105 likes. Well, y'all know what to do. Everybody go smash that thumbs up button. We need to hit at least 200 likes. What are the likes at? Do we hit it? Hello from San Diego. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm such a conspiracy theorist. I don't trust the meteors. The meteors are, yeah, that's a kind of, it's been a thing. We hit 140. Ooh, do we think we can hit 160? Because we're going to be pushing about 400 people in the chat. Thank you, Mike. Hello from Ohio. Welcome in. All right. So when I'm going back, there is like straight up panic. 8 hours ago, it was just straight panic. Pushback from Israel on moments to de-escalate. They're talking about the Asian markets were freaking out. 8 hours ago, Iranian embassy in Afghanistan released that Trump's message is a delay on strikes on Iran's energy infrastructure and says that Trump's backed down and is backtracking. Iran's stern warning, and the stern warning was that they were going to hit water. They were going to. See, we have to really think about this, right? Was it a flex, or was it the, hey, are we nice, Matthew? 176. I don't think any of it's going to happen now that they've given 5 days. I don't think anything's going to happen during this point until that 5-day marker. And here's the thing. We already have troops that are moved there. Is the 5-day marker to boots on ground, or is the 5-day marker to peace? Who all in here thinks that they are manipulating the market? Listening and cleaning. Let's go. I think we're in some interesting times. 5 days stalls. Fridays when the market closes down. Next Monday will be when the market's open. So whatever happens in there, I think that they're trying to stop it from hitting $200 a barrel, because then the panic would set in globally. And this is all, like, look at how fragile the market is when all it took was one Truth Social post. One Truth Social post. And then he made more posts. Let me go into more posts about the stock market. Like this is typical Trump, the gloating. He's number 1 in oil. Natural gas, number 1. That's what's highlighted. Interesting. The strait is still closed. So the whole ceasefire and everything is gone, like everything is okay. That is not correct. That's completely fake. That is completely fake. They are not letting things through only if Iran decides a ship can pass through. Medication shortages, I think we're going to start seeing impact shortages. I mean, in 5 days marks 4 weeks of the strait being closed down, which then impacts the global market for a year. I think we're going to see shortages. I think we're going to see supply chain. We've had a bunch of people come in that work for grocery chains, and they said that prices are already increasing. Hold on, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry, I did not mean to sneeze on camera. Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, 800-point investment immediately. Oof. That was beyond market manipulation. Who in here is worried about medications? Because that is one I see that's going to be an issue. You're waiting for the calm before the storm. If I don't have Zoloft, I'll end up in the funny farm. I feel for that. Thank you so much for all the blesses. Who else is waiting for the calm before the storm? We've got a lot of things going on. This is a dumpster fire. And I think that they are buffering it because they know that it will cause worldwide panic. 4 weeks in 5 days. I don't think that that timeline is magic. 5 days till the strait's been closed for 4 weeks. 5 days to negotiate peace. What happens if there isn't peace negotiated? Anybody else in here thinks BB will escalate it further? Who thinks it? Very curious. Very, very curious to know. How many of you guys think that BB will escalate? Because I think he will. He has been waiting for this for like 30 years for this moment. I don't think BB is going to bypass everything else. I think it's going to continue to escalate and escalate and escalate. I mean, there's still things going on right now in Lebanon. Doesn't sound like... Yeah, imagine 8 hours ago, Brent crude oil falls to 96 as Trump's orders to delay military action. That was manipulation. Is the live lagging out for anybody? I don't see any comments coming through if you are commenting. Are you guys there? I feel like I may have turned off the comment section. You're waiting for the calm before the storm? Ooh. Helly's Urban Homestead. I think that is amazing that you chose to do something. I feel like that's where you just have to... Oh, whoa. Okay, my app must have been closed out. Holy cow. There's a lot of comments. Wow. There's like 100 comments that just dropped in. BB is not our friend, friends. Right? That's very true. Ooh, practical preps, 4 weeks to flatten the curve or something like that. Yeah, I remember that one. I remember that one. That's amazing, Paula. Mike J says we are at 190 thumbs up. Can we hit 200 thumbs up? We are here. Yeah, it was delayed out. It was just the app over here that I'm working off of. Ooh. Esteban says, I think they're playing us. I agree. This is the calm. Ooh, the calm before the storm. I could see that. Ooh, thank you so much. We just hit 200 likes and thanks for the share sub. Oh my gosh, thank you. Trump's biggest mistake is this. Is it the invasion of the war or is it backing down? Because now the way we back down, I feel like that makes the United States look weak. I agree with Matthew. I think they're flattening the curve on the fuel. 100%. 100%. I feel like they're so desperate right now to be like, it's not going to get that bad, guys. It's not going to get that bad. Oh, they're going to let out the fuel's coming. Don't worry. I know everybody's panicking and going into their reserves right now, but don't worry. We're going to fix this. We're going to fix this. The real question is, do you believe? Ooh, the real question is, do you believe Trump's narrative or what Iran's saying that there is no talks? I think he's trying to calm the oil markets. I think right now, personally, my opinion is it's complete market manipulation so that people do not panic. They do not pull their money, that we do not crumble into a depression, because once it goes negative and it doesn't come out, I think that he's just trying to get that oil depression, crude oil depression off the table right now. I do not think things are good, because for a fact, we know that if the strait is closed for 4 weeks, it will be a global crisis. In 5 days, and that's his timeline, that's 4 weeks. Ooh, that one's a good one right there. It'd be nice to get this deal, but I just fear escalation. I think that there's going to be escalation. Wow. Okay. You're not sure where to find it. You go right here. There's going to be like 3 little dots. You click that and it should take you to give a thumbs up. It's part of the plan, the elite class. They won't have to deal with the global collapse. Well, and here's the part that people do not realize is during the Depression, it wasn't the average person that was already impacted by the inflation, the cost of living, everything. They weren't the ones jumping from buildings. It was the 1%. I think that they are market manipulating so that you don't see the 1% jumping from buildings. If you guys don't know what happened during the Great Depression, I think they are manipulating the market because, as you guys can see, what is gold and silver at? Tactical vests? I think so. Unhinged, but that's just my opinion, and I'm a little unhinged. Yeah. RJ, you have friends in the Philippines. We have friends overseas. They said that they're rationing. A lot of people do not realize there is actually a big escalation in Africa from the Islamic regime. A lot of people don't even know that. Like, there was bombs set off last night. And the same time, so last night when I fell asleep, it was like 2:30 in the morning. The Asian markets, they were freaking out. Freaking out. And then magically this post happens and everything's good, guys. Everything's good. It's like waking up during the vid and they're like, there's a cure. Everything's going to be okay. Don't worry. There's enough toilet paper for all of you. Aw, thanks, Esteban. I appreciate that. Yep, copper going up. Ooh, that one right there, Carrie. That one. Most people do not realize that 80% of their water comes through that. And Iran actually threatened to hit all of those. I feel like it was a tit for tat. It was both people think that they're the cat and the mouse, and neither of them can admit who is the mouse. But a lot of people are saying, "Oh, we're in a ceasefire." And I was like, there's no ceasefire, guys. Ooh, somebody in my live on TikTok was saying, "Oh, is this right before we switched over that they're asking people to work from home to save gas?" Ooh. Hold on, I'm going to go back up through the comments. People in 2007, they were freaking out too. I think that they are buffering the market. I think that they are padding it. They're like, "Hey, no, no, no. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Y'all are freaking out. Oh, no, no, no. Everything's good. Keep investing. Keep investing. It's fine. We're all going to be fine." I think you know what? It was only a 20 cent increase on your fuel. Don't worry. No, no, no. Grocery stores, supply chains, nothing's no it's okay. We're talking, see? We're talking. Oh, home international people tell us that. Oh, okay. We had somebody saying it from TikTok. It's always been that way, babe. I feel like that's just the way that they manipulate it. I agree. We live in it. Oh, thank you, Angela. I appreciate that. Ooh. Annie, that's a whole thing. Homestead in town's like, and this is why I have a year supply stocked up. All right. Well, while things are calm for a moment, supposedly 5 days, we'll see what BB does today. I've been watching. I think they're going to get ready to move boots to ground in Lebanon, but that's just my opinion. Do you guys think that BB is going to move boots to ground in Lebanon? Oh, that one right there. Everything keeps contradicting itself. I agree with that. As of Thursday, Trump said Iran has no leadership to negotiate because they were all killed. So who is he negotiating with? Also, in that same week, I think it was the same day or the day before, he also said he obliterated where all their missiles come from. But we have also seen throughout the last few days that they really didn't and that there were still drone attacks. I think, yeah, they already have them on the ground, but I think that they're going to push in further. They just demolished some of those bridges. I'm pretty sure we just sent Marines over there. Polish says, I think he's negotiating with himself. I mean, I was watching those. Did you see the videos on those bridges? after they said, yeah, you could evacuate, and then they hit the bridges. That's amazing, fries lover. Oof. Please don't spam the chat. Mylar question. Does brand matter of Mylar bags? I believe it does to some extent. Wallaby is great. I use Top Mylar. Those are my two favorites because they don't have pinholes and they're a lot better. I don't have a code to save you money on Wallabies. I'm sure you can find somebody who does if you want to do that brand. For me, I do Top Mylar. You can just use my name all as one sentence. But that's up to you. Michael, I cannot pin that. That was whoa. Whoa. All right. So what are you guys going to prep with now that they are manipulating the markets and things are calmer for a moment? Everybody's feeling more confident. What are you prepping? Are you going to go finish your fuel storage? Maybe some natural gas? What do you think? Ooh, Daniel, you said it. I think that that's where we're at. I think we're just postponing for a minute. Ooh, I don't know what the cost of fertilizer is. Hold on. Does somebody want to look that up? I don't know that one by heart. Let me see if I can find it. Currently right now, 520 to 550 a ton. It went up 12% from last year. Some are 800 a ton. Just depends on which one you're looking at. I'm trying to see if I can pull those numbers. I'm not saying the military can't handle it. I'm just saying I find it weird that there is negotiations. Then another country is saying there is zero negotiations. I agree with you, Kim. Just because they're there doesn't mean we're going to use them. I think that they are right now. I think with this whole peace talk is they're trying to prevent the collapse of the economy because they were realizing how close it was. You can make your own fertilizer, but bigger farms, I mean, that's going to be a struggle. These comments come in like in waves. You bought another big propane tank yesterday to refill the outdoor cooking equipment? Yes. We get deceived so much. I don't believe our own government. Who in here trusts their government? Truthfully. Public downplaying, escalation builds quickly, forces indicate full invasion coming. Yeah. Food crisis in 6 months with if no fertilizer. I agree. A lot of people, I did not realize that in the strait that they transport some sugar. So that one's always a way to an item you should prep besides medication. I try. I really do love live streaming. I've done it for 5 years. I feel like we have to laugh a little because we do talk about the hard subjects, the prepping subjects, the things that have to be done. Proving that they can't be trusted. People trust the government. That's bonkers. I mean, some people do though. I'm telling you. Look at the stock market. Look at what just happened with the stock market. Somebody posted a Truth Social post. I don't even know if it's Trump. It could be one of his people, whoever it is, post something and that repaired the global economy by his paragraph in all capital letters with typos? That's all it takes? That was full level market manipulation. Everything is fine. Everything was obliterated. We're all going to be great. No worries. Your oil prices aren't going up. We're going to have this open in 5 days. How did that go with Ukraine and Russia? I'm going to get into office. I'm going to have it handled in 1 day. We're not talking just Ukraine and Russia. We're talking a global economy right now, sir. A global economy. And you are playing some fast pitch. Oh, thanks, Virginia. This is my rotational pantry. I'll move out of your guys' way. This is my rotational pantry. And right outside this window is where my garden is. I like to grow and preserve all my own food. And I like to teach Mylar. And in my videos, when you guys see me doing that, whoa, what just happened to that lighting? Here, we're going to go down. You see in those containers right there? That's where I put Mylar. And then once they're filled, we move them out. Whoa, we have to fix this. What just happened? It's panicking. What the hell? What the hell? How do I fix that? I'm about to move all my lights away. Now it's super dark. Okay. We're going to bring her in. Bring her up. Now we're much better. Kind of. There we are. I think that there's a lot of advising. I know, Whiskey Sadie. I'm like, what just happened? You can call that crap out. Don't bother me none. I want to know who they're having conversations with. Right now I don't have a regular camera. RJ, I'm actually saving to put a new camera system in for live streams. Right now it's just a webcam. Don't ask me which one. I don't even know. But I need to get a different camera setup because I do live streaming, but because TikTok, I use 4K the whole time. Here, I don't like to run my YouTubes off my phone. I feel like it just like overloads it and overheats it. But yeah, I like to teach what I actually do. See, and I can move you guys. I will move you guys going that direction. And you can see all my seedlings. Oh no, I overexposed myself again. Let's see if we can fix it. We're going to struggle today. I feel like the lighting system is struggling really bad. Let me get the remote. Where's the remote control? There should be a remote that works. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. Is that better? Yes. Well, did anybody else in here watch the other markets before it opened? Before they miraculously came out and said everything was fine? Yes. Mike, were you up in the middle of the night? Were you watching like the global markets and the Asian markets and they were freaking out? Like the press conferences over there was wild. At like 2:30 in the morning. They're not in talks with anyone. People just fell for it. Like instantaneously, they were like, oh, everything's good. There was a tweet put out. We're fine. Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to see here. Everything's okay for the next 5 days. Yeah, it was 2 or 3 in the morning. Yes. Thank you. Somebody else was up. I was watching this all night. I went to sleep for 2.5 hours, woke up, Trump made some miraculous post, and everything was like, but everything's great. No worries. Don't worry. We got this handled. And I was like, that's how many sheep are out there in the world right now. I was just watching people, they were panicking. Asia was saying that they were running low on oil. And then I go to sleep for 2.5 hours and we wake up and it's like peace talks. And I was like, or do you think it had to do with that they were publicly announcing an economical crisis and that they were afraid that things were going to fall? Dog K, I don't believe anything that I'm seeing there. Anything. Not a single thing I'm seeing. Oh, Polish homestead. When I was like watching people, I was like, y'all realize that like once that strait is closed for 4 weeks, this is not good. The Pivot King. Ooh. Ammo shortage hit last week. No new shipments on ammo for the next 30 days. The stock retailers have been replenished, or even there's a chance. There's a huge chance with that. Okay, so Mike, this is the one that I'm throwing out with you. We got Mike J and Mike Jones in here. We got 2 Mikes, Mike J's in here. 5 days marks 4 weeks. 5 days marks 4 weeks. 4 whole weeks that strait has been closed. What happens? That is a global crisis. I guess my comments are not inspiring enough for false hope. Farewell. I didn't see any of your comments come in. You might have got pushed back a little bit. I'm so sorry. I'm going back up. I'm trying to look. Don't leave. Oh. Ooh. I'm sorry. There is 400 people in here, so the comments do move fast. And I'm watching on a different, like I'm not watching on YouTube. I'm filming on a different platform. Did I get censored? There might be a chance. I don't know. Alabama's in the house. Ooh, Kentucky Nurse says, I think he'll instigate something. Some of the comments are coming in way too fast. I have it on slow mode, but I feel like they come in waves. That's a big one. Shortages on everything. Petroleum makes the world go round and everything in it. And a lot of people don't realize that. So I feel like they were just like, hey, no. Everybody don't panic. Don't pull your stuff. Don't sell. No need. No need to worry. Everything's okay. See, they're talking right now. They're talking. I bet they are not talking. That's like me talking to an ex. There's no conversation going there. I feel like this is all just like chitter chatter. No, like, yeah, I feel like this morning at like 4 a.m. they like came in and they were like, everybody don't panic. Don't panic. Everybody calm down. No. There's conversations. There's conversations. See, Trump just launched conversations. The Asia market's like, shit is going down. We're gonna have oil shortages. How much is in the reserves? You had the IAE speaking at the exact same time, and they were like, no, 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 everything's fine. Nobody panic. No depression. Nope, nope, nope. Like, I feel like that's what happened. I feel like that's what happened in that 2.5 hours. From the time I fell asleep listening to the world market and people freaking out, waking up, and Trump made a magical post. And I was like, interesting. Yep. They were panicking at 2:00 in the morning this morning. There was sheer panic globally. I was like, oh, we're approaching. We're about 12 hours out. My Trump voice is awesome. Thanks. I just feel like that's how they talk. They're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't pull your investments. Everything's going to be fine. No need to prep. They're like watching all the preppers. Like all of a sudden, everything is just escalating. We're on every FYP. No, 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 no. There's no collapse, no economic collapse. No, nope. We got to stabilize the market. We got to stabilize the market. We're going to stabilize See, everything's fine. Everything's fine. No, no, nothing to worry about. Everything's going to be great. Ooh, do I think that they're losing control? Maybe. Oh, thanks, Heather. Some people like me and some people hate me. I'm very comfortable with either one. Ooh, that is true. Iran is allies with Russia, and that's what allies do. I think that one's a big one. They told everyone to not panic right before the Great Depression, because if you stop prepping, right? This is the hard part. This is the part nobody wants to swallow in the chat. Well, maybe you guys do, because I feel like you guys are all pretty clear up there. But everybody stops panicking, right? The average people who are like, nah, I got to prepare now. Oh, things are calm. Things are calm. No need to prep. No need to freak out. Well, all the rest of us are like, you can't just turn a switch off like that. That's like when they said COVID was under quarantine, right? That when they halted the ships out at sea, that it wasn't going to spread anywhere. Nothing else was going to be impacted. No supply chains are getting impacted. And people are really falling for it. They truly are. Good afternoon, LAPD SWAT. Thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate it. Your best prediction for 1 week from now on March 30th. What do you think we'll see? Ooh, I'm not a fortune teller. I just watch what's going on. Don't put too much pressure on me. Oh, thanks, Tony. I appreciate that. Don't put too much pressure on me. So 5 days from now is global impact for 1 year. So I already think that we are already going to see a global impact for 9 months minimum. I think it's too soon to see. I've been watching BB all day, and they're still pushing Lebanon hard. I want to see what today brings. See, it's nighttime right now because it's daytime here. I want to see before I make a prediction on it. I don't think Iran's going to back down. I think Iran is pissed, to be very fair and honest. I think we'll see heightened. Oh, okay. All right. Like more localized predictions. I think March 30th, I think we're going to see price increases. I think that that's when we're going to start seeing what's already been shut down in the strait impacting. We're already seeing that. I think that that's why they put in that PR post of everything's fine. There's conversations. Nobody panic. I think we were already seeing a lot of the repercussions, but I think it could get a lot worse. The timing of Trump's post at around 7 this morning. I think it was just before. I think it was it 7 or was it 6 Eastern Standard Time? I think it was 6 Eastern Standard Time because the 800-point jump was at 7 a.m. I think you're dead on. I think we're just like an hour off on that. Ooh, I'm getting like notifications everywhere. You also have to remember the Turks, remember Doomsday Queen. That is true. Thank you for the gift. That is very kind of you. Thank you. That is very true. If Turkey pulls out, oh yeah. Well, and I think Turkey's pretty upset too with everything going on. Could you just imagine in Turkey everyone getting plastic surgery as those missiles were like misfiring and hitting them? Could you just imagine what that was? Jessica, welcome in. I know you're getting just off of work, but you have to really think about that. There, just a little tweet that stabilized all the markets magically. Okay. So that one right there, we have the markets will open on Monday, right? The markets close on Friday. He's giving 5 days, which is Saturday. Do you think by next Monday it will be tanked? What do you guys think? Truthfully, everybody in the chat. They're going to do all this negotiation to keep everything flat, right? Everything's good, guys. No need to prep. No need to be prepared. No need. No. You're freaking out. No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. We were just moving some boats around. Don't worry. Jackie says no. Billy says yes. I mean, unless they really do negotiate some order of peace. But do we think we're really there? Do we think we're really ready? Do we really think that magically, while the rest of the economy and the world was freaking out at 2 a.m., like 2.5 hours later, all of a sudden one tweet was posted and everything is great? Who's the leader in Iran? Nobody's seen him. There's talks. Do we think that there could be a false flag moment this weekend? I mean, I'm going straight to the nitty gritty. Like, I'm going dark. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Our government is like mom trying to hold it together while everybody's fighting. Oh, I agree. There's no talks. Think that there's going to be a false flag that all of a sudden has Congress going boots to ground? I mean, these are all a possibility. There's always a possibility. Nothing is impossible. Butterfly Elf's like, I do not want to manifest anything. I don't either. But 5 days is going from 48 hours to 5 days, and magically this is going to happen when the markets are closed. Dog, that was the one I was saying. I was like, are we pausing what we're doing there so that we take Cuba? Is that a possibility? Are we trying to get the rest of the world markets to close down? Slow down, not close down, but slow. Like, don't panic, don't worry, nothing's going on. I mean, he just released a statement 72 hours. Was it 72 hours ago? Where he was like, I don't care what happens with Cuba. I could just take it. I mean, that was openly in a press conference. We were watching the press conference live. Mike J says his predictions are going to be in the next 10 days. Today's your mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Gabriella. When will the aliens get involved? I don't know. Tell me about it. Ooh, That's in Iran's eyes, we made a fool of them and now they're mad. That's a possibility. I don't know. I've heard the military targets in Iran have been bombed and that the United States is running low on ammunition. I've heard that one, and Trump is stalling. I've heard that. I heard that there was a lot of stalling with ammunition or stalling for troops. That if it escalated further, that the retaliation, that they didn't have enough. Like, there's so much speculation out there. And I also think that causing a panic in the markets was causing people to pull. People were starting like, oh, nope. I mean, here's the truth. We already know the name has not been released, but the statement has already been released. Cabinet members of Trump have already been looking at Atlas bunkers to install like immediately, like calling, texting. I mean, that was a press release. So I don't see that this conflict is going to calm further. I did see the movie Leave the World Behind. It's kind of like the mom telling the kids everything is going to be okay. I agree. I think all over the place. Like, I'm always very open to things and I'm always looking at things from different perspectives. I listen literally to the news as I'm going to sleep. And I'm like, that doesn't sound right. And then I'll watch one press conference and then the next press conference contradicts each other. I agree with that one. Why start a war if you're not that prepared? That's the one that makes me uneasy. Iran has sleeper cells all over the world. That is very true. My husband's in Africa right now, and they're dealing with Islamic. Oh, what just happened? Islamic regime attacks. He's in Africa. That is very common. And a lot of people do not realize that there's sleeper cells all over the world, and currently, things are a little spicy. A little spicy. Thanks, John. John's trying to remind y'all to go do a thumbs up. You get penalized when you take your 401k out. I know there's a lot of penalties. Adil, I don't want you to come for me on this, but I'm kind of infatuated with bunkers too. Don't hate me, my friend. Thanks, Heather. I appreciate it. City prepping's like, you know what? F it. Let's just rile this party up. Let's just go for it. I think everybody's playing with the media right now. Like, everything's going to be okay. It's just like a mom separating their kids fighting. Little Tommy brought a knife to the playground. The other little Tommy brought another knife to the playground. And the moms they're trying to prevent the kids from going for each other. I don't know. It's a weird concept. I really did not think One Truth Social would try to stabilize an entire market. Well, there's people are literally screaming like the Strait being closed for 4 weeks could impact the global market for a year. But don't worry, Trump said there's talks, so everything's great. You know what? Continue, go back to your normal life. No worried. You know what? Go spend some money. You didn't buy a new phone? Please go buy a new phone. You know what? Don't worry about that. Yeah, book that vacation. Yeah, things are great. They're great. You know what I mean? I feel like it's like, is anybody else in here shocked that that one paragraph stabilized an entire market? Literally, like within 30 minutes. Or is anybody else a little bit concerned on what is actually happening. Like, what? I think it's a weird, weird conversation. %100%, Micah. 100%. Civil Defense Bunker says, so when can I max out my credit cards? I got that question too. I don't think any leaders are having a talk. I think that this is all clout. They're hoping and praying that you don't criticize and you just believe and you continue about your daily life. But I mean, it's also kind of like the UK, you guys. Mike, are people being disrespectful? Don't be disrespectful. Be nice, or I'll be very unhinged back to you. I think it's all a smokescreen. Distraction, distraction, distraction. I think it's all a distraction. I think if you guys all just believe what it is, then everything, they can continue to do it. Honestly, nothing really surprises you anymore. Honestly, okay, so insider trading, I love that you guys are bringing this up, but that's almost every single market and every single presidency. If you guys did not know that, that's why there is issues with lobbyists. So lobbyists will invest in the background, right? They're going to support a candidate, and then that candidate is going to push for whatever that lobbyist wants, which entails is insider trading. It's going to make that market go up. So, all of a sudden, if they're pushing this and you're investing in this, it's going to be better. So honestly, straight across the board, always there's market manipulation. I think that the big manipulation is from the people, right? From the people. They all know what's going on right now. If we can just create a little bit of trust, you guys aren't, stopping payments here, but you're reinvesting over here. Yeah. Is there a big fire in Georgia courthouse? I didn't know that yet. Because there's also, think about it, United States has been pushing, everything's fine. You don't need to prep. Oh, prepping, that's conspiracy theories. We don't like that. But while in the UK, I remember 5 years ago being on an article and the UK was like, oh my God, she is nuts. And then the next thing I started getting phone calls and they're like, how do we prepare for World War III a little bit better? I've even had reporters send me apology letters and they're like, will you come back on and teach? And I'm like, okay, sure. You got the rest of the world that's like preparing for World War III while at the same time in the United States, it's like, don't worry. Everything's fine. Everyone's going to be all right. It just depends on Brooklyn. I saw it. You have to see with his company. There's a little bit, there's like penalties and all kinds of stuff. I don't do financial advisement. Ooh, we have fires here in Utah too. It's a little scary. %100. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think if you watch all of that, yeah, you're going to see. Mm-hmm. I agree. Right, Tiny Tim, but there's no inflation. Everything's great. Everything is great. All right. Well, we're going to keep watching the markets and we're going to see how things are going to go. I'm going to keep watching the rest and we'll do an update later this evening on what is happening everywhere. Did this level out the markets? Is everything calm? I agree with that. They don't want panic because they don't want us self-sufficient. They don't want us walking away from everything. Yeah, what Nicole said. Same with my husband. We don't touch that. Asteroid, welcome in. Another fellow Utah person. A Utah. All right, you guys, make sure you slam that subscribe button. I'm going to get ready to go ahead to go pick up my son from school, and then we're off to all of our practices. I'm going to continue to monitor and watch everything. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more attacks coming from BB. Oh, wait. U.S. Embassy in Oman lifts shelter in place. That's kind of good. Iraqi armed group claims drone attack on U.S. base. That was all in the last 6 minutes, you guys. Oh, wait. Before y'all leave. Wait. Breaking news. Saudi defends and shoots down a drone launched towards the eastern province. Whose drone was that? Whose drone was that? That was 11 minutes ago, you guys. 11 minutes ago. I told you, it's daytime here. It's nighttime there. They detected it and neutralized it. But I thought there's talks of peace. Everybody drop the size matters in the chat if you have that emote. I thought why is there drones going over Saudi Arabia? This is all in the last, like, literally 15 minutes. Size mattress matters. He goes, oh my God. Oh my God. You're fine. You're fine. Size matters. He's like, oh. You're good. You're good. I promise. Ooh. That one. They can't tell the time over there, so they don't know when the surrender is scheduled. There's no surrender. I don't think that they're talking. You're fine, American Prepper. People have said worse. Why do you always have no profile picture? Are you scared? Huh? It's the second time you've come to troll my chat. Are you a fan? It's okay. I would be too. Whiskey, I agree. I don't think that they're talking. Somebody's mom didn't love them enough, so they had to come get my attention. Weird. Could it be some sort of proxy? Mark, possibility. I mean, there's just, yeah. The only cans. Everybody's dropping the only cans in. Haters are still ratings. I'll take them. Joe says, I just jumped on. What's the news today? So magically at about 2 o'clock in the morning, my time, markets were freaking out, like crashing, like everything was crashing and burning. 2 hours later, Trump released a post saying that they're talking to Iran and everything's going to be okay, that there's peace talks. And all of a sudden, the stock markets, everything's good. There is no ceasefire. There is no peace talks. There's supposedly talks. We'll find out if there's talks. They've given it 5 more days till SHTF. So, and that's going to happen during the weekend when the markets are closed. I do not see Iran surrendering. Those guys literally will go. I mean, look at how many damn drones they had. Do you guys think Iran is going to surrender? Type yes or no in the chat. What do you guys think? We're going to find out. We are going to find out. What do you think? This is all I can say. You think that they're going to surrender? They already came out and said, no, there's no talks. You heard, where did you hear that? Wait. I'm going back up. Oh, I haven't read that one, Joe's. I got to go look that up. I don't think they will. No. I don't think, I really don't. I don't think that they'll surrender. So, and I don't think that there's any talks. I have been going through my notes from the night. Do you guys remember the night when we were hosting the live? It was like 8 hours long and we were breaking down every single bomb that was hitting. I have it somewhere in my notes. I wrote down the resources, like where I looked up where the articles were, and I cannot find this page, but I swear who they are claiming is now in charge. I think I had that written down that he died that night. But now I can't find the article. And we were reading it as it was going on live. I don't know if anybody else remembers that, but I feel like he was pronounced first. That's amazing, Michael. I've been like scouring to find where it was. He lost his leg apparently. Okay, maybe. I just remember on when we were going like line by line by line, like first it was Iran was being hit here, then it was Kuwait, and we were going from place to place. And I feel like, because I mean, I was checking, I had 3 devices open and I was checking resources and I was writing it down all. You heard he was injured and in Russia. Maybe. I've heard that rumor too. I don't think we should do boots on ground, 100%. Ukraine just carried out a new airstrike on Russia's biggest oil port. Right after Russia's sanctions just got lifted. Wait. Hold on. Where did you find that source? Give me 1 minute. Ooh. Is that to mess with the markets more? Because they just had some of their sanctions removed. Boots on ground, we're talking the war. We're talking putting soldiers to ground. Right now, a lot of it is just missiles. So it's all kind of an airway war. Is the name. Thank you, Dog K. I'm looking it up right now. Ukraine attacks Russian ballistic oil terminals and starts fire. Hold on. That was 4 hours ago. Is there any new attacks? Have you guys seen the Russian tanker that's like floating outside of Spain? And of course, they're not mentioning critical order to permit the sell. Okay, wait. Ukraine in the recent months has increased its targeting of Russia's energy industry and its export infrastructure. Ukraine is attempting to disrupt the income from the energy industry, which continues to fund the war. It was critical of Trump's order to permit the sale of Russian oil during the crisis. And do we think that that's going to affect the market and they're just not reporting it? Ooh, I don't know. I don't predict things, I just watch. Mhm. I mean, it's a little crazy. Well, I do have to head off. I have to go get my son from school, and then we are off to baseball and dance and softball for the entire day. And then I will be back on later tonight as we go over each and everything that has arisen since 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. All right, you guys, I will see you guys later. And as always, stay aware, stay prepared, and always have your head on a swivel. I'll see you tomorrow, or well, tonight. I'll see you tonight.
In the ashes of the end rises the Doomsday Queen.